Hello, what is up everybody? This is Rod Ben Network, and this is going to be my tackle box review video. So I'm going to be showing you guys what is in my tackle box, what I use to fish, and some of my most favorite lures. So I'm going to get started here. I'm going to give you guys a little information about me first. I'm a 14-year-old angler. I'm from Massachusetts, and I'm going to try to start uploading every week once the season really gets started, Maybe some ice fishing videos through January and February. I'll show you guys my trolling motor and a few of the boats I have here at my house. I have 3 canoes, a John boat, and a 16-foot Starcraft with a 40 horsepower on it. So anyways, I'm going to get right into this. Yeah, so let's get started. Let's just open this. This is my Rapalas box. I'll give you an overview of this really quickly. There's all my Rapalas in it. I'll show you them one by one. This might take a little longer, but some of them I'll do in groupings because they're groups of Rapalas. Like these 3. Let me get a better angle of these 3. So these are my Bleeding series. I like to use these in sandy areas because they have a lot of contrast to the sand, and I find bass like them the best there. That's why I like to use them there. My personal favorite's this one. I've used this one a lot. I don't use this one much, but I like this one. These work really well for bass and pickerel. I mean, those are really good lures. Just put those back in there. And then I'll move on to the Dive 2s, and I have a few Shad Raps mixed in with this. I'm sorry, this is so messy. So right here, we got a few Rapalas. These are both Dive 2.7s, this one and that one. I don't know, let me get on the camera thing. Let's see if we can get it focused. Just doesn't want to focus. But I guess it says 7 feet right there on both of those. And these are Shad Rap. These perch ones work really well for bass. These 2, these work well. That one works well for pike, not much else. This one, just bass, nothing else. Not much crayfish where I live, so it's not really my most effective lure in these local waters. And then this one, it really works well all around for sport and game fish. That's why I like it. Let's just put those back. I'll show you guys my Troll 2 series. So, jeez, they're all tangled up in my box. Sorry about that. Okay. So, I mean, I really don't troll over 20 feet of water, so I have my Troll 2 15s, and I have Troll 2 10s. I like to use the perch colors. Those are the most effective type of lures in my local waters. I usually perch and other bright colored things. So these are when I'm trolling. Troll 2 10s, Troll 2 15s. They're just a little bigger. I've never really casted with them, like used them not trolling, but I presume, they'd work alright there. But they're really meant for trolling. And then we got my deep diving X-Straps. I have a few of these. I got the yellow perch, pretty good one, like a bluish mullet, another bluish mullet thing, and then a bright orange one. And these will go around to 7 feet to, 4 to 7 feet, I think is the rating. And then we have a few more X-Straps. These are for shallower waters, like 4 to 2 feet around. So, I'm sorry these are all tangled up. We have my blue one, a small blue one. We got the white ghost one, yellow perch, and olive green one. These all work for smallmouth and, small pickerel down by the river. Those are what I prefer to use them with. Now let's go on to these 3 lures. Really good for pike and big bass. It's a huge X-Rap lure. It's big, trust me. It's a big X-Rap lure. Then I got my Max Rap. It's really good just for shore casting because I can get a lot of distance with it. And then the original floating Rapala, my first ever Rapala. Just keep it in there. Don't use it often, but it's good to have. This isn't a Rapala, it's a jitterbug top lure. Makes a lot of noise, so you'll get some largemouth and some smallmouth with it. Also here we got another X-Wrap. This is a bigger one. Catch some bigger bass, largemouth with this. Some pike, occasionally pickerel, but mostly largemouth and pike. And then we got my Husky Jerk bass there. I haven't used that yet. That's one of my newer ones. So moving on, we have the Cracklin wraps, I think. I rarely use these because I really don't know how to fish them the best. I presume you just reel them in, but I don't have luck with them, so I never use those. So I believe that is not all my Rapalas. I have 3 more to show you. So I got my rainbow trout one here. Haven't used this at all yet. This is a newer one. My Skeeter Pop. Catch a lot of bass off this, a lot of pike and pickerel. They will definitely bite on this. Then we got my jointed small shad. Use this for perch fishing. Works really well with pickerel, not so much bass. So those are all my Rapalas. Those are my favorite, most used. Rapala's the way to go. Okay, now let's move on to this. Here we just got a bunch of rubber worms and stuff like that. I don't keep most of my rubber worms here. I have them in my bag, which I will get in a minute. I have, you know, for Texas rigs, or if you want to crank them, Carolina, whatever you do. Just, you know, those type of worms, and those, you know, in all different types of colors, white. I'm actually working on one here. I morphed the white tail of one onto a normal one and put 2 trebles on it. I want to see how that works out. I've got a little small pike, a smaller fish, and a crayfish. I got a ton of spinners here, you know, I even have more in my box, but I have a ton of spinners. I use those a lot for pickerel and bass. Those work very well in my local waters. And actually 1 buzz bite in there, sorry. I didn't see that. I got my frog lure, it's a black frog. Works really well. I haven't used it much last season though, but the previous season it works really well. It's got like a little red lip right there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Then I got these for crappie fishing and small panfish. These work well. So that is pretty much all the lures I have in my tackle box. Because I only carry 4 trays, and one of my trays is empty because I'm still putting more into it. I have my hooks, all different sizes, in case I'm going for like carp. I'll have the smaller ones, you know what I'm saying? Got bigger ones. I got my steel lead, I don't know what that's called, steel line, metal line. We got my swivels, got a weight and some smaller hooks. Okay, so popping trays. This is the empty tray I gotta fill up. Now, let me just go grab my box. Okay, it's actually a bag. Let me just put that down there and I'll grab all my soft plastics out of it. Whoa, that's a lot. Okay, that's everything. Okay, so I like to wacky worm a lot, so I bought a lot of these 4-inch worms with a few different colors here. I thought I had one more of those. Oh, yeah, right here. They work really well for wacky worming. I like using those a lot. I don't know what that sticky note on there is. Let me just pop that off. Oh, that was part of the packaging. Yeah, we got some more of those here. These are 5 inches though. These are 5 inches. Wacky worming is definitely, you know, my second favorite next to using Rapalas. And we got some power bait here. Texas rigs, I use these in Carolinas. Those work well. And like I said, here are some of my new spinner baits I'm going to use this season. Hopefully those will catch some nice fish. I got some storm saltwater apparently, but I use these in fresh. Jig them down deeper water, you know, 15, 20 feet sometimes. If I want to try to get a school of catfish or bass or whatever's down there. I'll throw these on a Carolina or Texas rig. Haven't used these in a while though. Another type of worm, like a Carolina, Texas rig. It's sort of a fatter one. It's like a grub. And lastly, we got our salamanders from Gulp. So those are all my bagged items I have. Let boxes. Oh, my cat popped up here. She's part of my review. Okay, so now these are the tackle boxes I keep at my house. These aren't the ones I take out when I go. So these have a lot more in it. Usually I just pick and choose out of here. I have some salamanders, random worms, 4-inch worms. I use these for Texas rigs. Those are long-tailed. That's a nice one. Small frog lures, more Texas rig shot. Crappie lures, Texas rig, salamanders. Just all stuff, you know, I haven't used in a long time. It's all good, I guess. It's all worth it. Usually, you know, when I run out of stuff in those boxes, I'll stock up with some in these big boxes. You feel me? Let me get this out. Just a ton of random worms, you know, throw in some of these crappy panfish baits, you know, little things like that. You know, more Texas rig things I could put on, some 4-inch worms, crappie, small little minnows. I have never used these, but I have them in there. I wouldn't know how, well, you guys leave in the comments what you would prefer to use for one of these. It's about 3.5 inches, 4 inches. I mean, with these, I use these, I put them on a little jig head and a spinner, and I caught a few small bass, but I don't know if that would work for those. Little tiger ones. Maybe you could call that a pickerel or a small pike. I don't know what they would call it. Some more, you know, bigger ones of those. I'd say those are 5-6 inches. Salamanders, Texas rig worms, salamanders mixed in. That is what happens if you leave your thing in the sun for too long. You get a shit ton of shit block. I'm gonna melt that down and make a lure, actually, I think. And my cat's back up here again. You can't leave me alone for 2 seconds. And lastly, some more Rapalas. A lot of these ones I got in here, I got in Europe. Because I went to Ireland and I fished there. And I got a lot of lures there. Like, for example, that one. These two I got in Ireland. I have never fished them here. So hopefully this season I'm going to use them and I'm going to catch some stuff. This is sort of like a Rapala Shad Rap. It's called, I don't know if you can see that, but it says fat-free guppy right there. That's a fat-free guppy, and so is this. Same thing, fat. Got 2 poppers here. I might put those in my box pretty soon. I got a perch Rapala. I always keep one of those here just in case I lose one and I need one. And, you know, I can't get to the store for a few days. I'll just pop one out and use it. And we got a few more crankbaits here. These are mostly Irish. Those work well, but I haven't used them since Ireland. And when I went to Ireland, I caught a lot of pike. That's what's good fishing there. A few smaller ones I haven't used. My cat again. So that pretty much concludes. That is my whole entire tackle. Oh, except for this. Long wacky worms that flew over there when I was doing the rubber baits. That is everything. And my cat. Let me show you my underwater cam too. I didn't want to buy a GoPro, so I bought a sports cam. The quality above ground, it's not the best, but I'm just using this for underwater shooting, you know. If I want to put it under the boat or something so you can see me land the fish from the underwater point of view or something. I think that's what I'm going to use this for. Works really well. Those are all my boxes of X-Wraps and stuff like that. I'm going to use this bubble box for a live well on one of the boats. I got my baits and rigs book. This is a great book if you're, you know, new to fishing. It will help you a lot. I highly recommend it. I got that actually a few years ago. I think I got it as a gift. Oh, maybe not. I got it in Florida, that's right. That was in Florida. Wow. Sorry, my camera cut out. This is the last part of the video here. I'll just be showing you guys my tackle box. I got it at Bass Pro Shop. It's an Extreme Qualifier 360. It's got a lot of compartments. I can hold 4 trays in here. Got some room for like sunscreen there, and I think not over there now. But I can put something in that little pocket there, like a knife, or sorry for not good lighting. Let me just push it over here and put something like in there or something. This opens up. That's where I keep all my gulp and power baits in there. I got sort of like a mesh net here. You can keep loose things, like, you know, a whistle if I'm ever like a whistle and a knife. I have my bell thing for when I'm like trout fishing or something. A fish thing, I don't know what they're called, but just to keep the fish on the line longer. I got another compartment, that's where I keep all my worms and stuff. I got my whistle in there, actually. Then one last compartment. I don't keep anything in here except for my Lake my Lake Michigan fishing book. I got this when I went to Lake Michigan. It has all the species of fish, you know, everything you'll find. Has good information about them. You know, everything. Hey! You do not do that. Get out of here, lily pad. So that's pretty much my whole tackle box. I want to thank you guys for watching. You know, let me hear some feedback on it. You know, if you guys could show me your tackle box too, that'd be amazing. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in more videos down the road.